Hello everyone, my name is Puneet Tuteja and I am the Solution Architect, Customer Success for Informatica. So we will be continuing with part two of the session for data profiling, where we'll be covering the data profiling of a source maplet, scorecard, and creation of rule specification in the advanced mode. So for today's agenda, we'll be covering the prerequisites for a source maplet for profiling, create data profiling task with Maplet, add rules, DQ rule occurrence to profiling task, generate scorecard in CDGC, create rule specification in the advanced mode. So before we get into the Maplet for profiling, let's understand that why, firstly, we required the Maplet for profiling. So in the previous part one that we had, we saw that we profiled a single Snowflake table. So we have seen the requirement coming from various customers that we want the ability to profile multiple tables where it is not possible that we create a single view every time because the data is coming from various sources and it's not business practically possible that everything should be created as a single table or a single view for the combinations that we want to profile against. So in order to overcome that scenario, the ability to Maplet has been created, so which typically allows you to bring in multiple sources as part of the maplet, and then you can, based on the business case use case, you can profile or you can insert the data quality on multiple tables simultaneously. So now, as part of the prerequisites, the maplet would contain the default logic as input to output. So remove the input, replace with the sources that you have, and the output remains as same. Maplet should be valid. Maplet can have multiple sources, but only one output. You cannot add active maplets to a profile. Maplets that support parameters or requires connection for lookups are not supported currently. So only following transformations are supported in the maplet for profiling: filter, joiner, expression, union, aggregator, sorter. Exception tasks are not supported for the profiling of source maplets currently. It is on the CDQ team's roadmap. Now, talking about the rule specification in the advanced mode. So it is basically a script editor that allows you to, code in a low code format with the ability of highlighting code suggestions, inline functions, Maplet helps. So all those things are there. So it's basically the conditional logic using the if then else capabilities. Support to call rules, dictionaries, maplets, complex expressions in the expression logic, similarly like the way you do in the basic mode as well. Support for decision transformation. So basically a market trend for low code empowering businesses to go for a little bit more complex use cases as compared to basic, and more suitable for customers with Excel and macro experiences. So with this, let's straight away jump into the demo. So here, the way we started with the last time. So here I have one of the table as LDO underscore customer, which has my columns as customer ID, name, address, website, credit limit, and zip code and country. Now I have a second table as LDO order, that cost ID, product ID, order date, quantity, price, cost. So as part of my previous use case, I had a rule specification created where I had a combination of product ID and the country. So I wanted to check that. So now there, since they are coming from two different tables, I need to create a maplet, which is something I go to my data integration, I create a maplet out of this. So these are my source tables, LDO customer and LDO order, which is something, if you see, these are from the Snowflake and coming as a table. And then I'm using a joiner transformation and creating the output. So this is the maplet I've created. Once a maplet is created, validate it, save it, and you should see the valid. That is a prerequisite for that. So once that is there, go to your data profiling. Okay. And now while we create a data profile, create a data profiling task, you have the option to select the connection as the required source. So here we have the option for maplet as well. So select the maplet. And once you select the maplet, it will show you all the maplets available. You can select the maplet that you have created for profiling purposes. So I go there, I selected the maplet and populated all the columns. I selected the columns as before, and then I execute the profile and it shows me, or I see all the results as the null, not null, percentage, distinct, non-distinct. And again, I can see all the trends over there, data types, patterns, most frequent values, as we saw in the part one session as well. In the similar lines, we add so rest everything remains as we saw in the part one, where you add the rules, you create the matrices, dimensions, everything remains same. In fact, I'm actually repurposing the all the rules that I created before, and then you have all the same insights that will get generated over here. And then once the matrices and everything is populated, you hit view scorecard, and the your scorecard gets generated over there. Similarly, the way we saw before, you can do a preview of the failed rows as well. So everything remains same in that scenario. Just the capability you have over here is that it allows you to, work on the multiple source tables simultaneously. Okay, so it is something similar to the LDO concept that we used to have in the IDQ. This is not exactly LDO, but we can create a maplet with the logic and perform the profiling over there. So with this, let's jump to the rule specifications in the advanced mode. So when you go to the data quality, you create a rule specification. And in the rule specification, while you're creating, you have the option, you go to the configuration tab, and here by default it is the basic mode. Now on the top you see switch to the advanced mode. So this option is only available while creation, so you can select either the waste mode or the advanced mode. So once you create another basic rule and you save it, you won't see this option, so you cannot switch to advanced after that. Similarly, if you have created the rule specification in advanced mode, you can't switch back to basic mode. So once you have, so I have created one of the rule specification where I am trying to where the logic I've defined is if state is within the dictionary DQ states data, which is the DQ states data that we saw it before. Yeah, then replace the content with third column of the dictionary, which is like I want to replace with third column. So wherever if any of the value is coming from column 1 or column 2, column 3, it will be able to replace with column 3. Okay. Or if state is not null, then valid, else it's invalid. That's the logic I've defined. So I go to test, I run a test here. I see for Texas it's valid, it replaces with TX. Dallas is it's not a state, so but it's since it's not null, it's valid. It's valid. Now easy is easy, and Delaware is for like an abbreviate for replace with D. That is what it is. Now the similar logic I have tried to create over here in the advanced mode, which is something if state is not null, then output is valid. Now, if state is in dictionary, which is the dictionary we have, replace with the third column of the dictionary, and if else output is not valid. So similarly, the way we have the test option over there, similarly we have the runtime test option over there. We select the secure agent, execute it, and you see the exact same results we are seeing over here. So, so, it is more, a flexibility where the users can select the basic mode or the advanced mode depending upon what gives them more comfort zone or whatever is more convenient for them. We would love to hear the feedback from you. So you may send your feedback at the support videos at informatica.com or at the Twitter link shared below. Thanks everyone for watching the video and your time.